Say hi to the online viewers. Hello, everyone. Dear online viewers, good morning. I am in charge of this field. And we produce we have quality products. The sweet potato is a local specialty. It tastes very good. It's sweet and soft. It is called the sweet. It is nicknamed the pink ladies. Well, we have over 200 years of history of planting the sweet potatoes. The sweet potatoes here is very different from other parts of China because we have the saline alkaline soil here, so we produce a very special taste. We know this saline alkaline soil is not good for producing for the cropping, but it's good for the sweet potatoes instead. Yes, the saline alkaline soil is used to produce the rice, but it's not good for the planting of rice. Once there is a strong wind, the rice will go black. It will go dark. So we decided to shift to the planting of sweet potatoes. So we planted twice the sweet potatoes, twice crops. One is the rice, one is the sweet potatoes. You just mentioned different crops are planted every year on the fields. So when do you harvest the sweet potatoes? Is this the first harvest of the year? We plant sweet potatoes since last October, and we had a harvest this May. After we finish the harvest of the sweet potatoes, we will plant the rice and other grain food. We cannot waste the land. So the rice will have a harvest in October. Then it will be the time to plant the sweet potatoes. That means the land will be utilized to the largest extent. There will be no waste of the land, no leisure of the land. If we don't plant the sweet potatoes after the rice harvest, that will be a huge waste of the land. If we come closer to the field, let's see how they work. So what is the productivity of the sweet potatoes? Because we have the saline alkaline soil here, the productivity is 3,000 plus tons per mu of land. It sells at a very good price. So per mu will produce 7,000 yuan of income for the local farmers. When did you start the plantation of the sweet potatoes? Well, we started in 2018. We took the land from the local farmers and we started with the planting of rice. And not until 2020 did we start planting the sweet potatoes. So back in 2018, the land has no plantation at all, right? So do you have a higher income generated from sweet potatoes than the rice? Yes. Every year, compared with the rice, the sweet potatoes generated a much higher income. It's red, so it's nicknamed the red ladies. And on the surface of the sweet potatoes, you can see some sands because of the soil here. The soil is very soft, and the sweet potatoes easily absorb the nutrients in the soil. So can you show me how to get cut a sweet potato from the soil? Do we need gloves? Yes. We need to wear gloves to cut the sweet potatoes. And we need the tools in other places, but here we use our hands. Let me also wear a pair of gloves. So where can we easily dig the sweet potatoes? I think this is a nice choice. Just follow me. You just pull, give it a force, and you can pull it out. Pour all of them out. So it's a full string of sweet potatoes. It looks so nice. So let's remove the dust and the mud from the sweet potatoes. Just shake it, and the dust will be shaken off. The sweet potatoes also go with the leaves. I think it's quite easy to operate. Yes, we have people to remove some part of the leaves, and you will easily get the sweet potatoes from the field. Let me give it a try. Let me touch the root of the sweet potatoes first and give it a force. Well, I think here we have a large number of sweet potatoes underground. Wow! See what I have got. Can you show me? Can you show me how this sweet potato looks inside? It's purely white. So it's pink outside and purely white inside. The sweet potatoes have red skin and a white heart. So later, let's put them into the basket. So how do you sell these sweet potatoes? Whom do you sell them to? We have the online orders. People put orders online, and when we see the orders, we will send the sweet potatoes to the destinations. So do you sell them both online and offline at the same time? Yes, exactly. So which are the destinations of those sweet potatoes? Well, we sell them to Guangdong province, many cities in Guangdong province, both online, through online channels and offline stores. So that means the cities, the people across the cities and surrounding this region have the opportunity to eat the sweet potatoes here. So do you also have a time when you cannot sell all of them out? Yes, it may happen. In 27, the sweet potatoes are undersold. Many people called us on purpose to ask for more sweet potatoes. I said I had already sold them out. And they felt very pitiful for that. So I said, next time I will reserve some of the supply, and if you want, you can get them from here. Well, from your remarks, I think it may be one of the most cherishable moments. So how do you process these sweet potatoes? We process these sweet potatoes in many ways, like steaming the sweet potatoes, but we also make the soups with their leaves. And also we fry with garlic. We also cook them together with the orange skin. So a lot of ways to make the sweet potatoes. So you are setting a stove, a fireplace for cooking the sweet potatoes, right? Yes, we prepared this facility early this morning at 9 o'clock. In another 20 minutes, you will have the sweet potatoes ready for eat. So the sweet potatoes were just picked from the fields, and they will be ready for eating in another 20 minutes. Just a few minutes ago, the sweet potatoes were just put in this place, in the fireplace, 5 minutes ago. So let's wait another 20 minutes to eat. Okay, let's go on with the tour and the interview, and afterwards we may come back to eat the sweet potatoes. Let's see what we've got on the tables. On the table, we also have some local food that are normally seen on our people's food table. This is made of garlic, together with the sweet potato leaves. This is the fresh sweet potato we newly digged from the land. and they have been steamed well. And this is the sweet potato soup, cooked with another kind of vegetable. So this is a very common dish on our people's table. This soup is made of the sweet potato and also the Chinese mustard. So they are also frequently seen in the tables of the banquets and other celebrations of the people. You cannot see the sweet potato here because they are in the bottom part of the soup. So let me have a sip of the soup. Very sweet. How nice. So if you cook the sweet potatoes together with the vegetables, normally it will not be that sweet. But it still tasted very nice. So what about these? And this dish is made of sweet potato together, coated with sugar. Very sweet and crispy because it is fried. The sweet potato cubes are coated with sugar. So what about this dish? This is sweet potatoes cooked with orange skin. So have more bites. So it tastes both sour and sweet. So we have fried dish, we have, and we also have other options. And let me taste one of the steamed sweet potatoes. So let's remove the skin of the sweet potato, and you will get the purely white heart of the sweet potato. Actually, after it's steamed, it looks a little bit pink. Why not take a bite? Very fresh and sweet. It's different from other varieties, from other places. It tastes so nice. So how about the sweet potato leaves? We can also make dishes out of the leaves. You can taste it and you will find it crispy and sweet. You can hear the sound when I eat the leaves. It's crispy. Well, thank you for allowing me to have these dishes. Very nice. And thank you for your introduction. Thank you. Dear online viewers, today we are also very happy to be joined by one of the local managers. Dear online viewers, good morning. I'm from the local water bureau. I'm in charge of the local water bureau. So as we work into this planting base today, So how about giving us more information? So we planted in total 12,000 more of sweet potatoes here. So as a national planting base, what kind of measures have been taken to protect the local farming? Well, these sweet potatoes have been labeled with geographical marks. The local municipal government and the municipal party committee attached great importance to the development of the sweet potato industry. We have actually rolled out a concrete plan for encouraging the development of the industry, including measures on supporting the breeding, the product processing. We also communicated with our upper levels of government, the agriculture sector, to gain stronger financial support to the industry of the sweet potatoes in Dongxing area, Dongxing city of Guangxi. Well, as I walked around this place, I found the sweet potatoes looked so nice. So I hope you can generate even higher quality sweet potato products. You mentioned the processing of the industrial chain of the sweet potatoes. So how much progress have you made? Well, we have produced a number of products out of the sweet potatoes, like the sweet potato noodles and also biscuits. And these products have been sold in the market. The sweet potato biscuits is very popular variety, right? Yes. So what are the plans for the next step? Well, looking forward into the future, the municipal government will continue to support the industry, to support the building of the industrial chain from the seedling to the breeding to the planting and the processing. We will give stronger support to the continuous development of the industry. And we'd like to deliver a green and a sound development of the sweet potato industry here, so that the sweet potato will become a bright name card of the Dongxing city of Guangxi, so that more and more people outside this place will get to know the sweet potatoes here. So as the sweet potatoes have been harvested, let's check how they look. And let's see whether the sweet potato is well cooked. It's still hot. If you touch it, it is very hot. So the sweet potatoes, when they are cooked, they are buried underneath the soil. I can still feel the heat on the surface of the sweet potato. So can you show me how to eat? Can you pick one for me? This is well done. It's very hot. It looks drier than the one steamed. So let me have a bite. I can still feel the heat, and the sweet potato is very hot, but it's really nice. It is total different taste from what I have tasted here or there on the table. It's very delicious. But it is so hot anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have toured to the sweet potato planting center here in Dongxing City of Guangxi. And I have been joined by the local representatives, and they have shared with you some information on the sweet potato planting here and also the industry. So if you have the opportunity, please come and visit this place. Thank you. That is the end of my part. Dear online viewers, good morning. I'm Yang Xue from CMG. I am at the Tiling County of Liaoning Province, the rice field. And this season is time for the rice transplanting. So every time when the rice planting season comes, the people here get very busy. And under the joint efforts of the local governments at all levels, the locality has established a rice transplanting cooperative. And their measures have been benefited the places around here. They have provided the mechanization facility to help with the rice transplanting. This is very important to the improving the productivity here. So in order to make the rice transplanting, you need to make a lot of preparation work. First, you need to deal with the soil, and second, you need to inject the water. So let me check how deep is the water here. 2 centimeters deep, up to 3 centimeters. I have consulted an expert, and the expert told me that if the water is between 1 to 3 centimeters deep, then it will be very conducive to the rice transplanting. And later, I will invite the experts to join and to give you more information. So before the rice is to be transplanted, we have the seedlings prepared in a number of plates. So hello, hi, Mr. Zhang. Could you say hi to our online viewers? Hello everyone, I'm Zhang Ye. I'm from the local cooperative service center. So your daily job is to improve and check and monitor the quality of the products, right? Yes. Well, as I just tested the depth of the water, it is 2.5 centimeters to 3 centimeters deep. Wow, that is a perfect number. Why is that? Because the perfect number is 3 centimeters. It is a perfect figure for the mechanization of the rice transplanting. And as to the natural environment, it involves a lot of natural factors for the rice transplanting. And the water depth also depends on the strength of the wind. If there is a big wind, then you need less deep water. If the wind goes from south to the north, then the water in the north is deeper than the south. Oh, that's good to learn. So we talked a lot about rice transplanting, and it's good to learn that many factors are influencing the rice transplanting. And we have seen a lot of water being diverted from the ditches So is this part of the necessary elements for building a very modern agricultural base? Yes, before the water is diverted here, water is of paramount importance to the rice fields. But water is not needed throughout the whole process of the rice transplanting. So we have this very technical alternative water management method for the rice transplanting. In Tiling County of Liaoning province here, in the early period like 2013, we have already built a very high standard agricultural field. Well, from the mechanization level here, we can feel the strength of the rice transplanting here. So for a rice field like this, how long do we need to prepare? I mean, to inject the water into the field. You don't need wait that long to inject the water. Normally 5 to 7 days may do. You need to wait for the soil and dust to land into the bottom of the field. I heard that when the water is diverted here and when the soil is fully prepared, you need to wait another 3 days. Yes, that's necessary for the soil to land. It is like raising flowers, planting flowers. The rule is the same. It is necessary for this soil to sediment. Otherwise, the seedlings may not adapt to the local environment. So a lot of preparatory work is needed before the rice is transplanted. And you can see this machine is driving in the rice field. The driver has just finished a quick lunch, and he's about to start the afternoon job. It's fair to say that this will be the busiest season throughout the year. We need to put the seedlings into the rice field first to ensure a bumper harvest. This is a critical moment of the year. People get up really early, and they usually finish a quick lunch to run against the clock, because timing is so important to the agriculture. The spring work will start after the lunar summer month. So what is special about the rice transplanting? Well, we need to pay attention to both the water and the temperature. So after the seedling is transplanted, then we need to ensure there is no frost after the lunar summer month. So people are really busy here, and they are working so hard in the field. The first step, you get a plastic holder of the rice seedlings. And second, you put the rice seedlings into the machines. And next, you will put the seedlings into the fields. So when did you prepare these seedlings? Well, we prepared them on the 5th of April, after waiting for 35 days. they will be ready for the transplanting. So let's give the camera footage to the seedlings that are freshly transplanted. And they look so nice and so green. And they are on average the perfect height of the rice seedlings is 12 to 15 centimeters. And this height is the perfect figure for transplantation. And there are several standards of the quality of the seedlings. First is the height. Second is that you can press the rice seedlings. And if they can return to their original shape, it means they are of high quality. And the third indicator is the roots. If they have very sound roots, they are of high quality as well. What if the seedlings are too tall? If they're too tall, they may be very weak and not suitable for the rice transplanting. So before the rice is transplanted, we need to separate the rice seedlings and to give them some space in the module. So on one string, you have 3 to 4 rice seedlings. But if you don't pay attention to the timing, you may damage the roots. The spring farming jobs are performed in several sequences. For example, you started preparing the seedlings on the 5th of April. And if the seedlings are prepared for too long, for example, you delay them by several days, they may grow too tall. So a lot of details regarding the roots and also the height of the seedlings. You need to ensure the seedlings are well grown and they are strong. We need to ensure they are robust. Well, thank you for giving me so much information about the rice seedlings. I noticed there is a plastic holder of the seedlings. So it is good for the mechanization. The first step is to apply a thin layer of soil onto the plates with the help of the machines instead of manual labor. The soil depth is 0.5 centimeters. And the second step is to apply water on the surface of the soil. And then the seedlings, and they will start to grow. So the seedling preparation involves a lot of wisdom and efforts. So is mechanization much more efficient than the human labor? Yes, the machines perform much better in terms of water and temperature management. The machines are doing so much better in terms of spreading the seedlings, and they are more accurate. If you do it with people's hands, how can you ensure you distribute the seedlings in an even manner? But if you are an expert, you can also do it very well. So the mechanization has saved a lot of efforts and time and make it much more efficient for the agriculture jobs. So how long can we finish all these jobs? No more than 10 days. I think the planting of this rice also means the planting of hopes. With the help of the machines, we will foresee a bumper harvest. But that means a lot of preparatory work beforehand. So we need to be very cautious and attentive in order to reap a bumper harvest. I just was told by Mr. Zhuang that the soil here is very soft. We have a pressing technique. That means you press the soil within 3 to 5 seconds. If the soil returns to the original state, that means the soft is suitable for the rice transplanting. But if they restores to the original state too fast, that means they are over soft. But if not, it means they are too hard. So we need to have the medium level of soil, neither too hard, neither too soft, in order to reap a bumper harvest. We know that Tieling City is one of the largest producers of grains in Liaoning province. So after the beginning of summer, in the lunar calendar, do other places also start the busy agricultural jobs? Well, we have a large farming area here. We have covered 860,000 mu of land. We also have planted 140,000 mu of soybeans. For the soybeans, we need to ensure a high temperature of the soil. For the corns, we started planting in April. But this year, due to the rainfall, we started at a different stage. Last year, it is in fact affected by the big snow. So we need to wait a few more days to start the farming, the cropping of corns. For human labor, you need to do, it takes you no more than 15 days, but for the mechanization, it's much shorter. We have to finish the planting of corns before the end of this month. Well, the timing is so important for the farming. So as we see that the seedlings is 4 to 5 centimeters tall, they are so cute. I think the wind is quite strong here today. Do they have and infect on the seedlings. Well, because we have prepared standard seedlings, they are scarcely affected by the wind. As I see the farmers working on the machines in the land, I feel we are so confident about the future. Secondly, let me introduce you to Mr. Chen from the local agricultural academy. So, researcher Chen, do you have any new technologies and methods to share with us? Well, after the COVID sleep, we established a new project for improving the technical level and the service level of the local farming, and we introduced the 3 technologies. So what are the 3 technologies? First is the intensive farming, and second is to reduce the fertility, fertilization. Thirdly is to improve the efficiency. We have this technology to make the root of the seedling stronger, to improve their efficiency. We also have a technology to introduce the application of fertilization in order to reduce the costs and make the whole process more cost-effective. And this will be conducive to improving the productivity of the rice. And thirdly, from the perspective of producing quality products, we'd like to reduce the application of both fertilizers and also pesticides. So these technologies are prepared to improve the quality of the rice. A third technology is the adoption of the unmanned vehicle. So will you make a trial in a pilot project in the farming field here? Yes. So let's wish for the best of your project. Thank you. Well, today, although there is a strong wind, people are enthusiastic and busy working in the land. And last year, we had a large yield of rice. And this year, we have an even more ambitious target. And now let's interview Mr. Nieming, the counselor of the local planting professional cooperative. Hi. So how do you feel about today's work? Are you excited about the farming here? Yes, I feel so happy. So did you how about the preparatory work? Have you prepared for a long time? Yes, we are quite satisfied with the preparatory work here, and we worked very hard. So did you start the preparatory work after the Spring Festival break? Yes, we made a concrete timetable to predict the timeline of the seedlings. The seedlings need to be prepared within 5 days. So in between, you need to manage the soil, the land. So after we reach 35 days, the seedlings are already well prepared. So how large is the area of the rice transplanting? This year, the planting area is 3,000 mu. So how about the timetable of the rice transplanting? We are very cautious about the timetable. We prepare the seedlings within 35 days, and we prepare the seedlings batch by batch. Thanks to the local government support, we don't have to worry anymore. What we need to do is to focus on the field. So how efficient is the machine? If they work successively for 10 hours, they can cover 60 mu of land per machine. For people, they can finish, one person can only finish 1 mu of land per day. For 10 hours of work, one person can only do 1 mu, but for the machines, they can cover 60 mu. That's a lot more efficient. And also, the machines save a lot of human costs. So as the farming land are connected, the machines intervene, and they play a very nice role in the farming. We have 4,000 mu of a rice field. They are wholly mechanized. So the human labor and machines are different in terms of transplanting. So which is better? Well, I prefer the machines. First, it saves time. But if for humans to intervene, they are much slower. So for the machines, they can work for 10 hours or more, say 12 hours. They are better controlled. So the machines can control their speed of operation and efficiency of operation. But the human costs are much higher. The cost of machines is only 1/6 of that of human labor. So it is a lot more competitive compared with human labor. The machines can ensure that the rice seedlings maintain 4 to 5 centimeters of height above the water. If there is a wind, the seedlings may float. If there is cold weather, the seedlings may be frosted. So we need to take into consideration the weather conditions. So the machines are more capable of ensuring the even distribution of the rice seedlings into the field, because we can set the figures, set the index in the machines, so that all of the seedlings will have the same depth. that minimize the difference generated by the human labor. So how long do our staff work per day? Well, normally speaking, it's 10 hours. But there are also occasions that they work overtime. If there is a big wind, it's not good for the rice transplanting. Well, thank you, Mr. Nie. As I learned from the local government, the total rice transplanting area of the whole province is 7.67 million mu. And so we start a busy season here, but that's different from the southeast coast from China, which will start in June. So that's the end of my part. Thanks for watching. Behind me and surrounding me in this area is the planting houses of grapes. You can feel the sunshine. Today I'm joined by one representative from the local grape pilot zone. He's from the local agricultural bureau. Hi, Mr. Li, from the local party committee of the Agricultural and Rural Bureau. So Xing'an County of Guangxi is the largest grape producer in South China. So how come its reputation? So this place produces 145,000 mu of grapes. That's why we are the largest fresh grape producer. So how long is the history of planting grapes here? Well, we have 4 decades of history. We started a plantation in 1980s. So throughout years of development, how many households are planting the grapes? We have over 40 varieties of grapes here. Well, grapes are a popular food in people's table. And in this place, we have 40 varieties. So any of the names that we can be reminded? Well, the first is Zhufeng grape, and also the Sunshine Rose and Wenke. These are the very popular varieties. Why is this place so nice for producing the grapes? Well, we have the Mao'ershan Mountain, the highest peak in the South China. So the geographical conditions are very competitive because grapes need a very moderate temperature, because grape is a variety from a fruit from the north. But this place is very special, so we produce these grapes. And there is a high temperature difference between the morning and the evening. So apart from the geographical natural conditions, you mentioned the Maoshan mountain, you mentioned humidity, and this place is also the cross-cutting place of the Xiangjiang River. So we have very sound irrigation facility, and we have the wonderful sunshine that makes the grape so sweet. What else? What measures have been rolled out from the local government to support the grape industry? Well, the local government has introduced a number of concrete steps to encourage the grape industry to develop. So the success of the grape industry here is a complex outcome of both the policy support and also the natural conditions. Well, the summer is an important season for the development of grapes. We don't need too much human labor for the fruit thinning. And the purpose is to improve the quality of the grapes, to provide the best grapes to our consumers. Or the Chinese term 蔬果 means fruit thinning. That is to make the grapes less intensively packed. If they are packed, it will not be good for their growth. It's like a lining up of the students. If they sit too close to each other, they will not feel good. So how do you do the fruit thinning? Well, I just remove the smaller grapes to give them more space. So when did you come every day? I came on duty at 7:30 in the morning. So how much have you done? Well, I have finished 1/3 of this grape park. It took me 5 to 6 days. So how much do you earn per day from the fruit thinning? Well, if I work for 8 hours per day, I earn 100 yuan. Well, thank you. Well, this madam just showed me how to cut the smaller grapes to give other grapes broader space. So that because the grapes are on one strain, you need to ensure they are lined in different layers. So you need to remove some part of the grapes to give others a better space to develop. For example, this one has been removed. Why do we remove that? Because it is squeezing the space of other layers of grapes. because it is hanging down and it threatens the space of other grapes. So if I can put it in my own words, those grapes who squeeze the space of others will need to be removed, right? So that the other grapes can receive better sunshine to grow. Well, the general idea is to control the number of grapes on one strain to give them enough space to grow up. So the number of we need to ensure that each strain they have 60 to 80 grapes. What about this one? Well, we not only do the fruit thinning, we also do the flower thinning. The idea is to ensure that the flower do not grow too big. So we have already finished the flower thinning. Is grape a highly productive fruit? Yes, grapes are highly productive, but we also pay attention to the quality of the grapes. We are keen to ensure that consumers receive the best grapes. So what are these red marks? These marks are put on the grape trees. To protect the flowers and the fruits. It's just a mark. The colors tells the difference of the maturity of the flower and the fruit. Well, this is the main strain. And there is the main trunk and the nutrient trunk. If the trunk is not good, it will be removed. So we have two trunks. One is the nutrient trunk, another is the fruit trunk. So when the grapes are ripe this year, do we remove the fruit trunk? Yes, when the leaves fall in the winter, we remove all the fruit trunks. Well, I didn't imagine that we have so many procedures in managing the grapes. And so much work for each season. I noticed there is an iron web above the vineyard. Well, these are put in place to protect the grapes. It's horizontally set in order to protect the ends of the trunks, because the vineyards grow up into the sky. We use the iron web to control their growth speed, to ensure they do not grow over fast. So we have this shelter to make better use of the sunshine. Yes, the leaves play a very important role in the photosynthesis. So what variety does this belong to? Well, this grape is the sunshine rose, which is very popular in the market. It is not a locally grown variety, right? Well, this variety is an outcome, cooperative outcome from the local agricultural academy, introduced from outside China. Well, you have done some experiment and you have generated very fruitful outcomes in the study of the grapes. So the fruit thinning, how long does it take to finish? Well, this is the first time of the fruit thinning for the year, and we will have the second. For the fruit thinning, we control the number of grapes to be grown. And we have hired a dozen of employees. We planted 55 mu of grapes here. So all of them need fruit thinning. I learned that you have been doing this job for 5 or 6 days. So how long does it take to finish all the work? In another 10 days, we will finish all the work. And in another 20 days, we need to apply a layer of plastic bags, a membrane onto the grapes. 10 days will suffice to finish the fruit thinning. So why do you apply this bag to the grapes after you finish the fruit thinning? Well, that is to protect the grapes from the outside environment. It's like to build a protective house for the grapes. So they will be protected against the rains and rains and the other natural conditions, so that they will generate a better taste. So in front of us, these grapes have already done the fruit thinning. The purpose of fruit thinning is to give the grapes a better shape, so that when they grow mature, they will be better presented and better packed. I noticed this one looks very nice, but that one is much smaller. Why is that? Do they grow from different periods? Yes. If we cut that string, it will become a nutrient trunk. Well, I have been doing some chats with the local farmers, and I questioned why some grapes are larger and some are smaller. Is it like some are sisters or brothers? Because they grow at a different speed. So they have different sizes. Well, Mr. Li, you've told me that you have finished the flower thinning, the fruit thinning. What else are you working on? Well, a lot of work needs to be done, like setting the rooftop for the great vineyard. So we have finished the flower thinning and the web, putting in place the iron web. And now we are working on the fruit thinning. Well, I have another question on the varieties. The sunshine rose is a typical variety. But we also have another, even more luxurious variety. So what price do you sell the sunshine rose at? Well, we sell it for 10 to 15 yuan per jing. Well, I've seen in the market the price can rocket to 100 yuan per jing. Is that normal? Yes, that kind of grapes are of much higher quality. So the top quality grapes can sell at 100 yuan per jing. That's not strange to see. So this variety, the sunshine rose, is a medium mature variety. After August, when the autumn falls, you can come here to taste the mature grapes. So dear online viewers, pay attention. If you happen to get some sunshine rose grapes, you may get it from here, from Xing'an County of Guangxi. We've done a promotion fair of grapes lately in Guilin city of Guangxi. We also promoted them in Beijing. Now let's introduce to you another variety, which is different from the sunshine rose. This one is called the Nina Queen. From its name, it sounds very luxurious. So why is the name? It gets this name because of its high quality. It is called the best of the best. The amount of soluble solids is 23% for this type of grapes, which is very high. It means the grapes are of high quality. Is this also imported variety? Yes, although it's imported from other countries, after they are grown here, they generate even higher quality than they perform in other countries. When you smell it, for the sunshine rose, it has a fragrance. But for this one, it smells like milk. So this variety is one of the best and very popular among the customers. So let's get closer to have a look at the Nina Queen variety. Is it also a medium mature variety? Yes, it's also medium mature, but it gets mature days later than the sunshine rose. So, dear online viewers, if you have the opportunity to visit this place, you will have the luxury to taste the two best varieties. So when they get mature, the Nina Queen is purple and red, and the Sunshine Rose is gold. But before they got mature, both of them look green. So we cannot tell the difference at this stage. Only professionals can tell the difference between these two varieties. I just picked one Nina Queen, one leaf from the Sunshine Rose. So let's compare the two varieties. The Nina Queen is much larger in terms of the fruit. Apart from the size, they look almost the same, but their leaves are quite different. But the Nina Queen leaf has more teeth. For the Nina Queen, the grape fruit takes a bowl shape, a perfect shape. But for the Sunshine Rose, it takes an oval shape. I'm holding a fruit of the Sunshine Rose, so let me have a taste. I cannot smell the rose fragrance for this stage, but I believe they will have it. That is what is special about this variety. The Sunshine Rose presents a rose fragrance, and that's related to the amount of water that is controlled, and also the way of planting. So the two varieties has two separate ways of planting. I think you mentioned the water and the fertilization, which is very important for the planting of grapes. Isn't this the dripping technology? So we have this special fertilization application method, and we measure what is being lacked in the soil, and we will try to supply the nutrients that is needed. So the comprehensive water and the fertilization method is very important for supplying the nutrients. So what else make it important? Well, this method helps reduce the costs. It can improve the fertilization efficiency by 40%. During the irrigation process, we sometimes waste the water, but the irrigation method, this comprehensive dripping technology, helps improve the water utilization rate. We also have a special farming technique developed by a university professor. the technology focuses on the management of the roots, which is also good for improving the fertilization efficiency. And this technique is to be widely applied. We will widely promote this technology to other fields of farming. I think you also mentioned a term of setting the rooftop for the vineyards. So if a string has 5 or 6 leaves, they need a rooftop. For example, this one needs a rooftop hanging above. We remove the buds of the leaves, and we tie the string to the iron web. So a lot of work is being done in this place. In order to protect the flowers and the fruits of the grapes, once there are 5 leaves on one string, we need to intervene. Otherwise, they will not be well protected. And for other spaces, when they have broad spaces, then we need to also intervene. So how do you evaluate the grape performance this year? Well, I think the natural conditions are much better than last year, because last year we had too much rainfall. So this year we are doing so much better. For a grape base like this, which is 50 mu, we foresee 3,500 jing per mu of land, which is not yet the highest productivity. The highest can reach 5,000 jing, and that needs extra efforts and attention. So we need to control the number of grapes and improve the quality of the fruits. So if we take a perspective of the Xing'an County, which has a planting area of 145,000 mu, so how is the performance? I think this year we will have 370,000 tons of grapes to be produced. So for 10,000 tons of grapes, they will generate an income of over 100 million RMB. Now, through today's tour, we learned some knowledge about the fruit thinning, the flower thinning. So can you give us more information to the online viewers? For example, on the varieties. For example, the harvesting periods. Well, the Zhuang grapes are ready for the market in July this year, and the Wenke grapes will reach the market in October. So the fresh grapes will be ready for the market since July and you will taste all of them throughout the second half of the year. Well, thank you, Mr. Li. From Mr. Li's remarks, we learned that there will be a harvest that will last half a year. So, dear online viewers, let's wait for the harvest season to come. So this is the end of today's grape show. Thank you for watching. Thank you.